Hi there, this is Alison from Le Funky Fit.
And I've got a 20-minute Pilates session lined up for you if you'd like to hop onto your mat, and off we go. And of course, don't forget to subscribe. Right, so we are not mucking about today. We're getting right in there and we're on hands and knees, kicking off with some nice diagonal extensions. You know the score. Life is good. Life is good because we have our tummies pulled in, we have our spine neutral. And once you've done a few of these diagonals, do some staying on the same diagonal. So 5 on the same side. And then obviously you're going to even that up by 5 on the other diagonal. Always making sure that you're keeping your lovely neutral position. Right, come on, let's get stuck in here. Okay, so I'd be lying to you if I said that push-ups are my speciality. They really aren't. And I know for a lot of people they're challenging. So by all means, drop onto your knees and just do as many as you can. Let's say up to 10. But more than the quantity, try and focus on your nice position. So your neck's aligned, your back's aligned, you got your tummy pulled in, and just watch it as usual your joints on these push-ups. Yeah, so I'm not much of a push-up girl, but I must say I do love a plank. And here we go. Here's a lovely plank for you. You can do it in the format that you prefer. If you really do fancy a challenge, well, by all means, go for it. But we're not here to compete. Everybody's in their own plank situation. Keep it going, guys. And as usual, focusing on a nice position. Just watch your elbows. Keep them slightly bent. Right, so we're going to pop onto our side here, and if you don't like that position where your hand and your knee is on the floor, you can obviously lie down on your side in a straight line. So we're starting off with toe, bringing the leg forward, and then heel, taking it backwards. Breathe in, forwards, breathe out, backwards, and the whole of your upper body is going to stay as still as possible. So you're going to have to use your abs to stay nice and still. And then we're changing for a sort of pedal affair. It's circular. You're going in front, behind, bending your knee, taking it forward, and this sort of circular wheel affair. Again, keeping your abdominals nicely pulled in. There we go. There's that wheel suggestion for you. But afterwards you're going to be doing some little beats, toe, heel, and again keep everything nice and steady. So we're going to be staying on the same side. And the idea here is that you're going to be lifting your pelvis and then really lengthening by your arm, by your leg, your waist, your ribs. The whole side of your body is lengthening and slightly rounded off. So if you do need to pop back to the floor, pop your thigh back on the floor, by all means do. But if not, if it's possible, you can stay in this slightly tougher version where pelvis is constantly lifted. You need to really breathe well on this one. Breathe out to extend. Right, we're going to do a little transition going on to the front. So when you lift and lengthen one of the diagonals, help yourself by pushing the other diagonal into the floor. So everything's nice and tight here, your buttocks, abdominals, really nice and tight. You can push your pelvis slightly towards the floor, and if you wish, a slightly more challenging version where you're going to be lifting off the second diagonal before the first actually comes down to the floor. Just watch your back on this one. It's a toughie. Okay, so we're going to have a really short little breather, and then we'll be switching sides to go back to what we were doing earlier on. Do make sure your t-shirt's nice and straight. I'm wearing my special, absolutely favourite Muse t-shirt today. When I'm wearing this one, nothing can possibly go wrong. And as you can see, nothing is going wrong. It's all hunky-dory at the moment. So you're going back to your pointed toes, bringing that leg forward, thinking happy thoughts, not your pointed toe, that's you. And then you're going into that pedaling wheel affair, coming forwards, bending your knee, and then dragging it back in that circular motion. So after these round pedally affairs, there's a technical term for you, we're going to go into toe and heel, just extending. Do about 10 of these, and obviously keeping the base of your position nice and steady. And so we're going to finish off this part on the side. So you're again got your elbow under your shoulder, and that really nice lengthening out by arm, by leg. Keep your spine neutral, your head aligned, and you're obviously got your abdominals pulled in. Keep breathing on this, that's really important, and just check that you're okay on your shoulder and neck. Don't force if that's your slightly weaker point. Okay, so you can come out of that. We're just going to go cross-legged for a second. You can release your neck, release your shoulders, just have a little breather. And once you've released your back, released your neck, we're going to do exactly the same thing with straight legs this time. So you can just let your spine stretch forward. No effort, just let it go. Let your arms go, let your shoulders go. Have another breather. Okay, so here we go for the saw. So your spine is going to be really long. You're breathing out to go reach with your spine, with your opposite arm, and then you're lengthening up, doing a little twist and going to fetch on the other side. So whether you touch or not, your foot is neither here nor there. What we are looking for is a nice long spine, and to be able to keep the opposite thigh nicely anchored onto the mat. So just watch your back, do as you can, and we're going to do about 4 of these on each side. So breathing out to stretch forward, breathing in to come back and twist. And then you can release your back, and then if necessary, release your thighs as well. So we're going to be going into quite a challenging little bit now. There's going to be an accent put onto the abdominal region. And for our first little exercise, we are balancing on forearms and stretching legs straight out. And you're basically going to be doing some circles, coming down, back up, breathing in, breathing out. Try and keep your neck long. If this were to be a little bit tough on your back, by all means do it lying flat on your back with your arms alongside. And obviously the lower you go with your legs, the more difficult it is. So just watch that point. If you want to just keep your legs a little bit higher, by all means do. And we're going to be doing, about 5 of those on each side. Then coming onto our backs, neutral spine, so lengthen your back and get yourself ready for the 100 arm beats. That's 10 breaths. You're breathing in, you're beating your arms 5 times, and exactly the same when you breathe out. So 5 plus 5 equals 10 times 10 equals 100. You've got the idea of it. But more to the point, it's not the maths that counts, it is a lovely position. So legs straight, if you can, if not right angle. Really pulling your tummy into the mat, and by all means pop your head onto the mat if it gets a little bit tough for the neck area. And it's always a bit of a relief when the 100 comes to an end and you can just grab hold of your shoulders, have a little rest, a little stretch out. Okay, here we go for some scissors with our legs remaining in a right angle. And a little bit of synchronization here. When your right toe goes to fetch towards the mat, it's your left arm that's going backwards towards the mat as well. So you're in a diagonal, I'm going to call this a diagonal opposition. That sounds great. So as usual, keep that spine natural, long, tummy pulled in. If you get confused with arms and legs, don't worry about that too much. You can even do it with your arms alongside if you like and concentrate on what your legs are doing, essentially. And then we're going to pop our arms vertically, and if you've still got a little bit of strength left, we're just going to accelerate those scissors. Still got right angles. Just watch your back on this bit. It does heat that area up a bit. So really keep your abdominals pulled in. And we are going to finish off by our feet coming onto the floor, arms coming onto the floor too. Okay, so off we go to warm up with a few little pelvic lifts, and we're going to be working in the bridge position on one leg. So just watch this one because it's not an easy exercise. Just watch your back, and by all means cut it into little bits. We're going to be doing 5 movements with our leg stretched out. So that leg is going to stretch out and you're still going up and down. So you're still lengthening your spine down, pushing your pelvis back up, breathing in, breathing out. Okay, so 5 of these on your first leg. And then as you wish, either you go straight onto your second leg or you can pop your back onto the floor first, as you wish. So breathing in, down, breathing out, up. But keep in mind that you're still wanting to keep your spine nice and long. It's not just up and down for up and down's sake. Okay, have a little breather after that. Right, so we're going to be coming back into some circles, and these ones are with your back on the floor. So choose a way, choose a direction, do about 5 or 6 controlled circles, and we're obviously going to be doing them in the opposite direction as well. Imagining that you have your feet looping the loop in a hula hoop, if that tickles your fancy. But anyway, some nice circles, and then there will be a switch, and we will be going straight into some little beats, little scissor beats, lateral little beats. Okay, so you're really pushing the inside of your thighs together. Make sure all your upper body is nice and relaxed, apart from your abs, obviously, and you're really lifting from those toes. And then we're doing a last little bit here, pulling your toes up and then going into heels, bringing your legs down. Don't go too far, because it really will be a little bit too much on your back. So breathe in, pull up, breathe out, pull down. Again, shoulders, neck, try and keep them centered, and relax. We'll do about 6 of these. I should think that will do nicely. Right, so we still have 2 of these abdominal exercises to go, and we're going to be working on a sort of variation of the 2-leg stretch or double leg stretch. So when you're bringing your hands and thighs in together, apply pressure in both directions and then extend out. You can do a nice little circle round with your arms, but get that pressure between hands and thighs first. Breathe in pressure, hold your abs in, breathe out to extend. You can do it head down, head up. If your head is up, keep a little space under your chin. And all the while, making sure when you extend those legs out that you're not letting your lower back tilt off the floor too much. You're keeping your natural spine in position. And I think we've already finished a couple of videos off with the crisscross. I really do like to bang this thing at the end, because it's just such a sort of, let's call it a global abdominal heater. As long as you watch your neck and you watch the angle of your legs extending, the lower you go, the harder it's going to be. So that's going to be our last little exercise together. Keep breathing, keep extending, and obviously when you need to have a breather, just let everything come onto the floor and relax your back off a little bit. Well, thanks again for joining me for this session, and I look forward to hooking up with you again. Keep your eyes posted, get that notification, because I'm going to be doing a few videos which are going to be more orientated towards nutrition. I'm going to be doing a 10-day juice challenge, so maybe you'd like to join me for that. Yay! Okay, see you soon. Bye-bye, and thanks very much. Ta-ra!